Step into the vibe, oh yeah. Feel the rhythm rise high, we're living life. Let's fly, off tap life. Sky's the limit, no shy. Off tap life.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a video that I've been meaning to make for a very long time. Guys, this right here is the perfect time to actually do this because we are at the 7th anniversary of a game called Age of Origins, aka AOZ, aka AOO. This is Age of Origins, guys. This game is so much fun, so addictive. Now, look, before we start, I'm going to tell you right off the back, this is just an introduction, okay? I'm not going into crazy detail about the game. I am just giving you a little bit of a sneak peek, a look into the game, because we are going to dive in and give you some tips. We're going to give you some live gameplay. We're going to give you the lowdown. We're going to give you all kinds of things to help you grow your city. And yeah, just have a good time. So make sure you're subscribed, all notifications on, because you don't want to miss out on the fun. Now, if that being said, this is an introduction, so let's just give you a little bit of a taste. All right, guys, this is my city, the inside of my city. And the city concept game, you've probably played some games like War of Warcraft, you know, those type of games like Command and Conquer, where you start out with this little eensy-weensy city like this one here is a C4. They go basically from C1 all the way up to C41 currently, which means basically a city level 1, city level 4, level 10, all the way up to 41. I heard it through the grapevine, though, that they're going to do a C44 upgrade to the game soon, but shh, I don't know if that's real or not. I just heard that's what's going to happen, so I know, fingers crossed that happens, because, you know, it continues to progress the game, which is really cool. But basically, like all these sort of games, you have to get some troops. You got to get some people working for you to go out and gather resources. So you got your food, you got your oil, you've got your steel, your iron, you got your gold. And when you get to C30, you need to also mine uranium, which that right there, the uranium, is a grind and a half. It takes a long time to get, and it is really expensive if you have to go and buy it. But the way you get it for free is you go into these mines here, you get 2 free daily attacks a day, and what you can do is, now you can just go in and you can just occupy a mine. There I am right there, and I've just put this city in there, but I'm going to show you what you can do. So that's the easy way. If you don't want to be confrontational, you can find an empty spot like that there, and you can just occupy it, right? But what I like to do is I like to just find a city, like we'll find this one here. This is just a random one. And what we're going to do is we're going to attack him, and we're going to take his uranium. That's right. We're going to take some of it. The game doesn't let you take all of it, but we are going to take some of it. So I'm just going to click occupy, and I'm just going to say confirm. You already, you know, I'm already in a mine that I'm occupying, but we're going to go ahead and move to his one. And then all you got to do is click set out. I could change my formation, but I'm confident enough that I'm strong enough to take this guy out with just whatever troops I pushed the button with, so that's what I did. And as you can see, I'm at the bottom, he's at the top, and the battle bar there is going in my favor because all the blue is disappearing and all my red is dominating, which means in 3, 2, 1, 0. That's right, your girl has one. That's right, look there, 36 uranium. Lord have mercy, I got some free uranium. Oh lordy, that's what I'm talking about. Get that free uranium, get that free uranium. So, you know, you need this though. It's important, it's part of the game. See, there's my city. And then look, you see, so far I've got enough food, I've got enough oil, I've got enough steel, I've got enough minerals, but I don't have enough uranium to go to the next city level, which is 36. I don't have enough of that yet. Also have to build my city wall in my garage to levels 35 before I can upgrade to 36. So that's the way it is in this game. You know, you have to probably build up, you know, a couple other things in order to build up your city to the next level. And, you know, everything in here is important. You know, you've got your troops here. So these are where I'm recruiting different troops and things. And again, your troops not only go out and gather, but they're your freaking life force. They fight. They're the ones that are going to win you the battles and stuff. And speaking of battles, you might wonder, what is the whole premise of this game? What's the concept? Well, I'm going to keep it simple, and I'm going to tell you like it is. The whole goal of this game, ladies and gentlemen, is to just build up your city strength, build up your alliance strength, build up your nation strength. And what you want to do is compete in cross-nation events. You want to unify. You guys want to work together. You want to work together to fight other nations. You don't want to fight yourselves, which we have going on right now. We do have a civil war going on, which means we're basically fighting against our own people and our own nation, which isn't ideal because you're basically weakening your own nation, and that's not good, right? You want your nation to be strong. But there is some benefits. I mean, you do have a few farmers that we like to call the farmers who don't really, participate in events. They're not helping, the strength of your nation. They're just there just to kind of pretend like this is Farmville, which, ladies and gentlemen, this is not. Even though you do have to be able to farm, because you do have to mine your own resources, but you got to know when to farm and when not to farm. You got to be able to also fight. You can't just be a farmer. You got to also fight. But, to each to their own. But technically, yeah, I will burn you if you're a farmer. Anyways, the whole thing, if you look around, you see these creatures, these zombies and stuff. Look, these are zombies because this is a whole post-apocalyptic world, kind of a futuristic post-apocalyptic world where zombies are mutating. Look how scary these guys are. I'm gonna kill him. I don't even like how he looks. Let's go kill him right now. He's going down. Buddy, you are about to burn. I'm sorry, but yeah. I gotta kill you. And it's important to kill these zombies because these zombies give you extra strength. They give you commander skill points and things like that. Your XP for your commander skills right here. And your commander skills are very important. These are, again, another element to help strengthen you. Your whole goal is to strengthen your troops, strengthen your city. And that's how you do it, by various little tasks, doing your daily quests. Throughout, these are a bunch of different quests that you do in a day. Take about 5-10 minutes, 15 minutes tops if you're slow, and you do those. And that's kind of the thing, your whole day is, when you're playing the game anyways, is about just attempting to continue to increase your strength, mining, doing quests, and most importantly, doing events when they happen. Here's the Alliance Fort. This is where you can keep a fleet of your troops. You can have up to 6 fleets technically. Yeah, you can't, one of the fleets you can only use when you're going to mine ore in here, kind of. But anyways, that stuff we'll talk about another day. I don't want to get into the nitty gritty too much. I kind of just want to give you a little introduction, like I said, and this is the basics of the game. You're going to build up your city, build up your troops, make them as strong as possible, join a really good alliance, and hopefully you're blessed to be in a good nation, and you guys go and you kick other nations' butt. You don't want to kick your own nations, but it happens, yeah, so you just want to be ass kickers of other nations. That's the basic way to put it. But yeah, 7th anniversary. Look at that cake, guys. Isn't that like the yummiest looking cake you've ever seen? It looks good, right? Now, look, here's some titans. These are my titans. These are all part of the game. You've got these really cool titans, right? Again, these are all part of strengthening your army. You build those up. You got to build up your warplane, right? Build up your equipment here. And these are all important little elements. But the most important thing you got to build up as a foundation of everything else is your officers. These guys right here, they're the backbone of your entire city, your entire troop, freaking every formation, everything that happens. These guys, they're the foundation of it all. Every single element of fighting. And it doesn't matter, if you could have some really badass titans, you could have some really badass warplane and everything else, but if your officers are crap, everything else isn't going to be that great. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your officers right. These guys are so important. Again, a topic for another day to go more in detail with. But yeah, guys, this game is so cool. There's just so many little elements to it. There's, how you play some games and there's only kind of one thing that you're doing and that's it, and it's okay, yeah, for a good example would be Pac-Man, right? What are you doing? You're just gobbling up those little dots and attacking the ghosts, and that's it, right? This game, there's so many different events doing so many different things. There's like mini games within the games. There's so many different parts, and again, I will go through all these things in another video. I don't want to attempt to cram all that into this video. This would end up being a freaking 2-day video, seriously, because there's just so much. Matter of fact, it'd be even a longer video than that if I went into every single aspect in a great detail. But we will give you some tips. We will actually have live gameplay. We'll go through the nitty gritty and all the ins and outs of it. So make sure you subscribe, all notifications on, and give me the thumbs up if you don't mind, because apparently that helps with the YouTube algorithm. That's what they're telling me. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. And if you're an OG, thank you for the continued support. We have been on this channel. We got members who've been here for like 4 or 5 years or something like that. How many years now? I think we're about 4 or 5 years now. This channel. So yeah, we're definitely making some moves. Thank you all for your continued support. And guys, like I said, this is an introduction, but more to come. I promise you, we're going to go into a deep dive of everything. And we might even interview some of the top players in the game. Like, we'll just wing it, right? Would I have to interview myself? Does that mean? Yeah, okay. No, I'm not one of the top players in the game. But I am a top player in my nation. I am one of the top players of my nation. I will say that. Like, I'm not going to pretend like I'm not in the top 100 or nothing, because I am in the top 100. You know, so hey, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek into this game, and a lot more to come. Again, there's just so many elements. I haven't even shown you what my troops look like actually when they're actually in action. You want me to attack something? Let me see if there's something I can attack. We're in Frenzy right now. The Frenzy event is on as well, and Civil War. We've got a double whammy going on right now. Is there someone I can attack? Oh, by the way, this is a C40, and he happens to be one of 2 of the strongest cities in my nation. What we like to call whales. You know, whales, they're the big spenders. You know, they got the deep pockets, and they can kind of basically buy stuff quicker and strengthen their cities faster than everyone else because they got the means to do so. But this game, there is a free-to-play version, basically a free-to-play way, I should say. It's the same version game, but you can play for free. But you know, it's like any game in 2025. You gotta play to pay. I mean, you gotta pay to play, if you know what I mean. You know, if you want the better items, you want to strengthen your city a little quicker, if you want to freaking get some things that you can't actually get when you're, you know, for free, really. You gotta have to probably spend a couple dollars here and there. But it's like all games. I mean, look, since the beginning of time, you had what? Your Atari, you had your Nintendo, you had all those little systems. You had to buy the systems, you had to buy the games, and then things progressed, and then the game systems got more cool and technical, all the PlayStation 5, 6, the Xboxes and everything. And then things got even better. And then now you got online features where you can get stuff online and play with people around the world with super smooth ease and greatness and blah blah blah. And you probably already know this stuff, and maybe you don't, but I'm telling you, this is the world we live in. You know, you just like anything, you know, you gotta spin if you want to win. So you gotta be in it to win it, as they say. But anyways, it's a fun game. I will give you all the tips and lowdowns. I will show you how to be a really good free-to-play player. I will show you, if you are someone who wants to spend, what should you spend on? I will give you all the tips, all the ins and outs. So make sure you got it locked and loaded. And I think for the last thing, the other thing I will show you is I will attack something, just so you can see how cool my freaking troops look when they're in action. Now, this is my city right here. This is currently a C-35. And yeah, let's find something. I mean, surely there's something I can just hit really quick just to show you guys how cool it looks. That's our tower for this event, by the way. This is Frenzy going on. Protect the tower, guys. Don't give away those points. I would rather attack something that actually has troops in it. I don't really want to attack something that doesn't have any troops. But you know what? I'll attack one of my farms. Surely one of my farms has some troops in it. You would think, right? Let's just assume there's some troops in this farm of mine right here, because I don't see any other cities right now that I can attack. Everyone's under bubbles and shields because we are in a civil war right now, which sucks. You don't want to be fighting yourselves, guys. You want to be fighting other nations, but Civil war happens sometimes, and it is fun, you know, in the beginning a little bit. Then it kind of gets a bit like, okay, over it. Let's focus, guys, on other nations. Let's win these cross-nation events. That's what you want to be doing. But all right, I'm just going to attack my farm because I don't see any other cities right now. I guess everyone is hiding. Surely I've got some troops in the city. Let's just go. We're just going to hit my city here. All right, so you can choose a formation, but I'm just sending random, you know, fleets right now. And there's my troops. You can see my Titans in the front there. You can see my freaking warplane, my tanks and different things there. Look how cool that looks. You can see the fog on my... Oh yeah, look, there we go. I did have some troops. And there you go. Look at that. Oh, I'm fighting myself. I wonder if I'll win. And there you go. And then I got the fog on my city. Look how cool that looks, guys. Let's zoom. Look at that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I better put my shield back on. Because, yeah, if you don't, you know, you get attacked and that ain't good. So let's put that back on there. We good now. Got my shield on. And we protected. But yeah, guys, this is Age of Origins. This is the game. This is the video I've been meaning to make for a long time. A little introduction. We'll go into more detail another time. Like I said, thank you guys for tuning in, though. Hope you enjoyed this video. As always, remember to want it fullest. Keep it off tap, out.
We gotta get out of here! I'll catch you guys later for another vlog!